Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you how to become a powerhouse in whatever career mode you play in manager mode. Now, when I first started my Barcelona career mode, I just want to say, for the record, my team looked nothing like it looks now. It wasn't trash, but you know how Barcelona is when you first start it. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna jump into we're gonna get out of the save, so I'm gonna save this really quick. We're gonna go into a new Barcelona career mode, so I can show you what it looked like before I actually start it. To do all the tips that I'm about to show you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and make a new manager career, whatever squad update. Okay, play as Xavi, I don't care. Yep, Barcelona. Okay. So before I started actually doing the tips, this is what team look like. Now as you can see, I managed to pull Barcelona out of bankruptcy in game and started from being basically poor, which everybody makes fun of us for, to having 8 billion net club net worth and being the most worthy club in game. So yeah, I'm not gonna save this, but basically, this is what the generic Barcelona team looks like. It's solid, but it's obviously nowhere near how I have it now. So we got Lewandowski, striker. The first thing I did, I know he's 90 rated, but the first thing I did was I got rid of Lewandowski. Yeah, sorry, Lewandowski, but he's just, the game might say he's 90 overall, but I just don't really believe that he performs like he's 90 overall. Performs more like he's 85 overall. A lot of people are bashing on how Lewandowski's old, so that's probably why he's not playing good lately. But I don't think there's really any excuse because Messi, I know he's in the Burger League, but Messi's 38, 37. I think he's 37 when the game first started, and he's still performing better. So Lewandowski, I feel like he's just not the man he once used to be, so I sold him. Now, first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go over your actual, um, Marquillo got a face mod? He did? Marquillo has a face mod apparently. Oh, I guess they changed that. But, you're going to want to go over your actual opinion of the players. Like, don't look at the overall. Like, Lewandowski, I know it says he's 90 overall, but don't look at that. Don't judge by that. Judge by how you think they're playing in real life. I mean, if you actually know the players, you would know that Lewandowski would be the first to go on the transfer list, and that's exactly what I did. Got rid of Lewandowski. I actually had a decent amount of money, I think, to buy Mbappe somehow, because once I sold him Lewandowski, he's like worth at this time period, he's worth 63 million. That's kind of enough to buy Lewandowski. Now, for many seasons, the entire circle, the entire finance circle was red, but I really didn't care about that. Uh, it ended up working out in the end, but any players you think that, yeah, their overall, it might say that their overall is good, but if you don't think they're playing good in real life, then you're going to want to transfer list them. Lewandowski, I was quick to get rid of him, even sold him to Real Madrid. So, also, you probably will want to focus on younger players because players like Inigo Martinez, although he's 82 overall, you can definitely do better. Especially you want to look at some of his stats. Um, he's not really a well-rounded player that I would want to have on my team. So the first thing I did was transfer list old players that will be leaving soon. Now, I kind of wanted to build up my team overall. So if I see like an older player that doesn't have much potential to change, like the way you know that their potential is basically where it's always going to be, unless you like wait a couple of seasons, it might go up. But Inigo Martinez, you see that right by it says balance, there's like a little clock. At first, I didn't know what that meant, and I thought it was like, oh, maybe their form is bad, so they can never improve, but it's just because he's old, and that's basically is telling us that's the only overall he's ever going to get. So if you have any old players and their overall is like their overall is set in stone, and you don't really like it, you feel like you can do better, get rid of. I even got rid of Christensen. He's okay. I think he performs very well in real life for a center back, center mid, whatever they play him as. He's pretty good, but I ended up transfer listing this guy as well. Just wasn't where I wanted him to be. And then you have players like Kunde and Arujo who are clearly better choices only at the age of 24, so I kept them. Um, Now you see all these random youngsters. Um, they don't really have much potential. And the way that you can know if they have lots of potential or not is by something that a lot of you should know, but not a lot of people do know. So you see how Balde, if that's even how you say his name, it says an exciting prospect right near status. That means that he has potential to be anywhere from 85 to 90. No, not 85. I think it's like 87 to 91 rated. Um, so he's 19 years old. He's pretty good potential. He's gonna want to be a keeper, so we're gonna keep him. Now, even though Kunde, when the players are above the age of 22 or above, it doesn't tell you like if they have potential to be special or if they're an exciting prospect. But based off what I'm going is, he's 85, 24. I think he'll do good, so I kept him. I think there should be Kubarsi. They added Kubarsi to the game? I thought they didn't. What? What? I thought they didn't add. Hold on. Showing great potential. I thought they didn't add youngsters. I thought they didn't add youngsters to the game. Oh my gosh. They recently did this. They must have like a major squad update, but I'm kind of unlucky because I started my um career mode like before any of this happened. I definitely would have kept Kubarsi. So see how Kubarsi, it says he's showing great potential. So that means that he has potential to be probably anywhere from 80 to 85. With careful development and enough game time, he can probably end up like Jules Koundé, and that will be his overall set in stone. Probably about 85. If I'm guessing, he probably has potential to be about 87 rated, but if he has a lot of game time, like plays nearly every game, and you develop him well, he can definitely be better than that. Now, don't go 100% off the status and what I'm saying because there's a lot of things that you can do to change like their potential. And number one is giving them a lot of game time. Number two is putting them out on loan. I'm going to get into the loan trick later on. A lot of you should know it, but if you don't, then I'm here to walk you through it. And also development plans. Before I go to that stuff, I'm going to keep explaining the statuses. There should be one that has potential. Yes, Pedri. Now, he's 20 years old. He's 86 rated. Of course, he has potential to be special. I mean, Jules Koundé. I mean, yeah, look at this. Gundogan, he's 32 years old, 86 rated. Pedri is 20 years old, 86 rated. He has the same rating as Jude Bellingham. So you want to, you really want to be careful with this. Make sure you give him like players like this. He's young. Make sure you give him as much game time as possible. That is very crucial. Just give him as much game time as possible. Now that I've showed you has potential basically means that your player has potential to be 91 plus rated. Like, it doesn't matter. They can be 99 rated when they grow up if you do what I do, if I do what I tell you to do. So, yeah, first thing, get rid of old players that are like their potential set in stone and like say like imagine if Gundogan was 83 rated, I would get rid of him. I also want to look at this because after a while their potential, like their overall starts to sink because of their age. So you also want to be careful with that, which is why I made most of my career mode was about festering the young players' potentials. So now I'm going to teach you the development plan trick that I usually do. Now, I didn't add any coaches. It would probably take way less time if I added coaches. Um, Which actually brings me into another thing. Before I could even go to the development plan, I cannot stress enough how important it is that you have um, a good tactical vision. And I recommend going with the tactical vision that they have in real life. So Barcelona plays tiki-taka in real life, so you're going to want to keep that. Look, after a while, it will give the players some boosts. I mean, right now it says that most of the players they don't really get a boost from it, but Joao Felix he does get a 1+ overall, and as you go on and as they get used to the playing the tactical vision, it will go up. Like maybe in the future, Joao Felix will have a +9 overall. See that? Like it doesn't show in the squad hub that he's basically 82 rated, but in game the way he plays will be 82 rated. Kunde, I don't know why Barcelona is playing him as a right back. Um, it's obvious they need a new right back because right now it should be Kunde and Araujo as a center back partnership. And then you want to be careful that you don't put players who are not meant to play those positions in the wrong position. Now, if you really wanted Kunde to become a right back, then you can go to the development plan and see if there's available that you can do like a training thing to make him a right back. And make sure you do this before you start to develop him as a center back. Because if not, if he's like 95 rated later on and he's a center back, then basically it's going to be very hard to change him into a right back. He might be able to play the position, yeah, but it won't feel the same, is what I'm saying. So you would probably want to turn him into a right back now if that's what you want to do. Now, coaches are very, very important. It doesn't matter if you have the tactical vision or not that your team has. It really doesn't care. It doesn't matter. I don't care, so you probably shouldn't either. It doesn't really affect how they play at all. But you're gonna want to add a balanced amount of coaches. Now, a lot of you probably stress attack more because, oh my gosh, Lewandowski, look at Lewandowski. I want him to be great. But really, you should keep everything balanced. Like we have the staff capacity for 13 coaches. In the first season, by default, you always have the staff capacity of 13 coaches. So you're gonna want to balance it out. Like maybe like 4 coaches in each column or something. And then as the seasons go on, you will only be able to add 1 coach per season, sadly, but you can build on that. It might take a while, but you can build on it. Now we're gonna go to back to Pedri. I'm gonna show you the development plan I'm doing. So once you have coaches, it will be easier. And as you can see, it says I have a 0% development bonus. That's bad because it can stifle Pedri's overall. See, it takes longer, like way longer for him to develop, and that's a bad thing. Yeah, because if not careful, then he can go down to an exciting prospect, and we definitely don't want that. But you're gonna go ahead and take a look at all of these playstyles. So we have playmaker, box to box, ball winning midfielder, and central mid. Not too much to work with, but it's enough. It's enough. Now, do not go choose development plans based on, oh, you know what? I want Pedri to be the new Neymar, so I'm gonna put him on a development plan that gives him 5-star skill moves, which would be central mid. Or maybe you want Pedri to be like very fast. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and put him on a box to box. I'm gonna put him on box to box. Try to get him as fast as possible. Or if you just completely don't care about development plans at all and just leave him on a balance, that's the worst thing you can do. So the thing that you should do is see where it says estimated time of arrival at the right top corner. Um, it says 39 weeks for playmaker, and box to box says 40 weeks for arrival. So the thing you're going to want to do is always go with the estimated time of arrival that takes the least amount of weeks. So we would never, under any circumstances, pick box to box, but you would pick the playmaker plan because even though it's only a 1 week difference, he will be at 87 overall quicker than he would be if you put him on a box to box plan. And that would be that. So that's the development plan trick. You want to basically do that with every single player you have. Okay, now this is Gavi. I'm going to tell you something right now. In any career mode, you should sign Gavi. He's 18 years old and 83 rated. Although it might say he's an exciting prospect, sign that man, and I'm going to show you why. Let me actually save this game for a reference, because I'm going to go back to my other save. hop out of this, and I'm gonna show you why you need Gabby in your team. Okay, this is like, which one was it? Like this one, the Mallorca. Yeah, here we go. Look at this guy. Let me go to the squad hub. I turn him into a cam. Every time you get Gabby, turn him into a cam. He is better at cam. He will score more goals. It doesn't matter if his has 81 overall in shooting. Gabby will score many goals. He scored 25 goals in the last season, and he won the Golden Boot. Maybe not the Ballon d'Or for some reason, but he is a difference maker for sure. He is, how old is he right now? He's 24, 97 rated. And even though it's said that he was an exciting prospect, this guy is well beyond, has potential to be special. This guy is like something else on a different level. He's pushing 98 overall. And within the span of 3 seasons, he will be 99. And it only took me about 5 seasons, I think 5 or 6 seasons of this game, and he's 97. That is drastic. He's competing with Kylian Mbappe, who is 30 years old right now. He's pushing 98 too. But Gavi is on an entirely never level. He's even better than Pedri, who has basically reached his overall at 26 years old. And then you have Pablo Gavi. So you're going to want to make sure to sign him. And the way that he mainly got up to overall is because I made sure he plays every game. Now, if Gavi was a solid player, then why would I not want him to play every game? Well, I'm gonna tell you why. This is my strategy. I make it so basically anyone who I want to play will be a starting XI. If you don't know what I mean by that, basically say this was like my first round of players. Like this was like the most powerful team. So basically, let's see. Let's say this was my team, like the first round. So go to Pedri, Gundogan, or maybe Gundogan or something. See? Personally, I would do this. There. Personally, I would do this. This is basically how I started. Gaffy. Yeah, so I would do this. Now, so for one game, I would have this lot of players. Like all the players you see in the starting, I would have them play one game. Then the next game, I would swap them all out and have Felix, even though he's worse than Lewandowski, I would have him play. Then I would have Vitor OK play. Then I would have Pedri play. I would have Gavi play. I would have maybe Christensen play. Basically, every player would get their chance, like every week. Every time we play, every player would get their chance. One week, one game, it would be a certain a number of players, like Lewandowski and his group would play one game, then the next game I would switch it out. Rotate. Very often. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I really don't care who has the higher overall, and I really don't care if they get mad at me. But that is very important because I feel like there's not enough players to have one thing. Wait, what the heck? I really want to know why Lamine Yamal isn't in the game yet. If they added Mark D and they added Kubarsi's 16, right? Lamine Yamal is 16 and they still haven't added him to the game. Yeah, that's that's nuts. They even got Hector Fort. I'm pretty sure he's younger than him. Yeah, he's younger than him. Okay. But yeah, so that's one thing you want to do. Make sure you always rotate your squads like after every game. That's really how you get up the overalls. Um, Another thing I want to talk about is the loan glitch. Now, this is how you can change. I already went over like game time, how can turn a game time can turn a let's use Gabby as an example. I already went over how game time can turn a player's overall from an exciting prospect to a has potential to be special. And it's like I just told you, rotating squads, making sure they play just as often as the players that are better than them. Um, then I also talked about the development plan trick. But what you're really gonna want to do, this is what's really gonna help you. It's the loan glitch. Now, a lot of you should know about this, but if you don't, I'm here to tell you. So basically, the loan glitch is where you add a player to a loan and wait, send them out on loan and make a save. Like, make a save when they're on loan and then recall them. Now, keep recalling them until their market value goes up or they have a better potential. So, yeah. So, we are going to advance. Wait for Gabby to get an offer. Show you how this um, glitch looks. Just gonna advance. Yes, and look at that. It seems like Real Madrid tried to buy Lewandowski in every single game, because that's where I sold him in my last game. So look at this. Atletico Madrid offered Gavi for a 2-year loan deal. Now you're also going to want to look at the club that is offering a loan, because if you, even though it might seem great, if Gavi like was to get an offer from like Bayern Munich, you know that he would not get game time because they have other options, like for instance Jamal Musiala. So he would probably his overall wouldn't go up that much. I'm gonna go ahead and accept. You always want to make sure it's like a 1-year loan or something. Yeah, 1-year loan should be fair. We're gonna wait for them to respond. Then I'm gonna show you how to do the loan glitch. We got another offer from Liverpool. They should be pretty good. They're around his overall. Oops, did not mean to negotiate, but whatever. Was 1 year. I'm glide through this part. Gonna wait for Liverpool and Atletico to give us a response. Probably take a few days. We're gonna see what they say. See who he decides to go to. No thing from Gavi yet. Yes, and he's gone. So I don't know what club he's went to. Let's see. He's probably Atletico. For some reason, they always choose to go to the clubs that are worse. And then he's off. Oh, to Liverpool. Now I really can imagine Gavi playing there. He's gone to Liverpool. So we're gonna save the game. This is exactly where you would save the game. Where's our save? Our save is Getafe, so we're gonna save that. Now you're gonna go to the squad hub. You're gonna go to Gavi. Shows that he's on loan. It might even show that his overall has gone up already. You're gonna recall him from loan. And remember, he is before he left, it said that he's an exciting prospect. You're going to want to keep doing this. Keep on recalling him. Keep going back to the old save until eventually it says that he has potential to be special. Now, if I didn't mess up and Liverpool is too overpowered for him and he's not getting game time, then it should say that he has potential to be special. But if I did mess up and Liverpool is too strong for him and he probably should have gone to Athletic, his overall and his potential will not go up. But we're going to see. Oh, it worked on the first dang try. Has potential to be special. You go to his finance, his market value has gone up by 11 percent. And let's be completely honest with ourselves. Any 18-year-old who has an $83 million market value is going to be something special when they grow up. Like, let's just be real. And there, you have it. Has potential to be special. It changed from an exciting prospect to 91 plus rated. That is the first step to growing your young players overall. Now, I'm going to see it should work with basically any other player. It can work with Furman, who has shown great potential. For me, whatever. It can work with, let's see, it can work with Marquis, who is not showing, but he's showing great potential. It can also work with Kubarsi wherever he is. Damn, I really wish I have Kubarsi in my save. But that is the main thing you're gonna want to do. Now, another way to really enjoy career mode is don't listen, even though it's tempting, even though you might want your club to succeed. Don't go to your save, don't put it on beginner or whatever. Do not put it on beginner and then just score 100 goals per game. The thing I do is I try to have as little influence as possible. So basically, I go ahead, put it to ultimate. Then I just simulate the games, like I'd watch them. See, the players do these things on their own. Okay, so that was the save I was using as an example. Let me go back to my actual Barcelona save. Show you my squad because I've made a few videos about them, showing you like all the different players and how their overall is. And basically everything I told you, that's how I got them up to that point. It feels like I can basically grow any player up to a good point at this point. So here we have Aaron Ramsdale. I'll show you. I'm just gonna go briefly. Everything I told you is exactly how I got my team at this point. So if you really want to grind career mode, it doesn't matter like what career mode you choose. It doesn't matter what team you choose. It doesn't matter, and none of that stuff matters. If you follow the tips I just gave you, then this can be a crucial part. Now, you're going to make sure, another reason why you really want to make sure your players are good is because if you have good players, you're going to get a lot of shirt sales from them, which is merchandising. Now, our highest selling shirts are Gabby, Holland, and De Jong. So, we got to $486 million from merchandising this season. Weekly earnings, we get $7 million per week by selling shirts. Um, and our earnings have gone up. So we went from a broke club to 7 billion network, approaching 8 billion very shortly, as long as I don't spend things on things I don't need. So that's that. Another thing, if you want, this isn't about like development, but if you want to really increase your overall, you need to look for pre-gens. And I'm basically going to explain what a pre-gen is. There's pre-gens and regens in the game. Now, let's say Ronaldo retired. Um, no, let's say Benzema. He retired by the time, like he played through a couple of seasons. Benzema's a little older, so he'll have retired by then. So there's a thing called a pre-gen, and it's basically the reincarnation of the player that retired. And there's a glitch where you can have like an 18-year-old player that is a regeneration of Benzema, and he will be 88 rated or 90 rated. That is a very big glitch. And listen, you're going to want to look for that in any career mode you play. Like, play through a couple of seasons, and I'm telling you, a Messi regen will be there. And I'm going to show you how to look for them. After that, I'll explain what a pregen is. So, Benzema, he's playing an attacking position. His nationality is France. You're going to want to pick the league. He plays for the Saudi Pro League. Submit the search. Boom. 18-year-old center forward is Benzema's regen. He's 18 years old, 88 overall. How the hell is he 88 overall? The answer is simply because it's a glitch. And there we go. So there's Rafael Bertrand. I don't know. Rafael Bertrand. Okay. It's playing for Al Hilal. I also have Neymar's regen here. He's a little less rated because Neymar was 89 rated, but there's Edson Gomez. He's Brazil left wing playing for Saudi, so obviously he's a regen of um obviously he's a regen of Neymar. Fuck. Okay. Another thing I want to go over is Youth Academy. I just want to go over this really quick because I really screwed up. I just realized one of my old youth academy players who used to play for me. I made a huge mistake with him, and what I did was it was very stupid, yes, but I forgot to change his release clause. Like I forgot to negotiate. You want to make sure you keep up with the negotiations often, even though it might be something annoying and like feeling like an obligation, like you want to skip it, don't, because I actually missed out on this guy. He's 20 years old and 85 rated, so obviously he has potential to be special. He just turned 22. His name is Santi Hurtado. He was playing with me for a while. Things were going great. He was 79 overall when he betrayed us and went to Athletic Bilbao because I forgot about his release clause. They paid like 100 million for him, and that was my mistake. See, like youth academy is very important because you can build powerhouses like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you my youth academy really quick. Now, this is what my youth academy is looking like. Listen, don't settle for less. Make sure that every youth academy player you sign has at least 90 plus potential. Don't worry about the range. Like, even if it says he has like 60 to 94 potential, you're going to want to sign that guy because eventually the range for the potential will go up. And once they're like, at least maybe like, I'm going to say like 68 rated, yeah, you're going to want to promote them. Go ahead and sign him. Like this guy, Martinelli. He's from Italian, 17-year-old, 66 rated. He's not bad. Honestly, he's not good enough to compete though, so I would promote him to the senior team, then put him on loan. I actually got a youth academy player right now. A couple of youth academy players that I'm trying to be careful with their potential, which is this goalkeeper, 6'7" goalkeeper named Fabio de Souza. He's actually pretty good, but we had some problems with him, so decided to put him on loan to Crystal Palace. It feels like I might have made the wrong mistake though, the wrong decision because I think I pretty much ruined his career. Not ruined his career because he's 81 rated at 19, but it's not as good as he could have been. He could have been a 92 to 94 rated goalkeeper, which would have been crazy. Honestly, goalkeepers don't really develop that high. It's better than Gregor Kobel. But then we got this guy Ricardo Suarez. He's been doing pretty good. I have him on loan at Real Betis. 18 years old. Okay. I want to talk about this guy, Ear Korea. He's 16 years old and he is 71 rated. Obviously, I couldn't let him rot in my youth academy. So, I put him up to Brentford, where he will be staying until July, which is when the next season starts. Because, I mean, 16 years old, I mean, he's the heart of our team, so I didn't want to transfer list him, because I feel like it wouldn't feel the same if I got rid of him. I mean, I did an experiment, like, where I got rid of all my center defensive mids, and, like, instead focused on cams. So I had like Musiala and Wirtz and Gavi, and then I had one center mid, Pedri, who played every game. But after I got rid of him, I just felt sad. I went back to the old save because he's a big part of our team. So Carrera, if you don't ever know what to do with youth academy players that have a high potential, put them on loan to a club where they will get a lot of playtime. Now I talk about youth academy. What was I talking about? Oh yes, I was talking about pregens and regens. I'm gonna go ahead and show you one of my pregens. His name is Jesus Sanz. He's 87 rated at 17 years old. Glitch, definitely a glitch. Can I get him more up than an exciting prospect? Yes. Yes, I can. And by doing that, I can use the loan glitch. And it might work. It might work and it might not work. So if the transfer window opens again next season, I will do the loan glitch for him, probably when he's 18, and see if we can get him to has potential to be special. Now, this is one of my youth academy players. His name is Julio Fernandez. He's 21 and 94 rated. Whew. Basically, the way I got him up to this point was basically by the development plan tricks, the loan glitch tricks. I tried basically everything I described to you guys. So make sure when you're in your career, if you're looking for youth academy players, because believe it or not, At some point, you get to play at least 15 seasons as a manager. I think 15, maybe 10. But you get to play a couple of seasons as a manager. And by the time 10, 15 years go by, a lot of your players, like even youngsters like Garnacho, he'll be getting ready to retire in another 7 seasons or so if he's, not enjoying his football by the time that comes around. Phil Foden started off as like a 22, 23-year-old. Now he's 28. His time is closing up, so you're gonna want to focus on your youth academy players. And even though it's kind of boring without them having face mods or just being randoms, you're gonna want to focus on that because there's more importance to that. Focus on the pre-gens as well. Now, it's kind of hard to catch regens, but regens are basically it's like pre-gens, but they show up before the player retires. Like that's all there is to it. Now, they're really hard to find. Sometimes pre-gens don't even show up, so I doubt there'll be a regen for Mbappe, but it usually happens like when the players are around 30 years old. I'm pretty sure Mbappe is 30 years old right now in my save in game. He is 30 years old. So we're going to go ahead and try to see if we can find a pre-gen for him. Now, I've never actually found a pre-gen in the game before. I mean, they're kind of rare. I actually haven't searched up how to find them either, so... But, we're gonna go to La Liga, nationality, France, see if we can find Mbappe pre-gen. Now, since he's 97 rated, if I can find an Mbappe pre-gen, they will probably be 17 or 18 years old and 94 rated. But I have a feeling I won't be able to find that. Search it. No, see, he's not there. But I know regions, they are real. And basically, that's about everything you need to know for building an actual good career mode. Like, look at us. I mean, we're 70 points in the league and it's only February. Nobody's catching up to us. So if you do everything that I said to do, and despite me being a small YouTuber, not having crazy flashy thumbnail and not many views, these are actually pretty good tips. And if I were you, and you're like one of those people who like to enjoy playing manager career mode, then I would definitely take me up on some of these tips and stuff because they can be really helpful. Now, before I end the video, I'm gonna go ahead and show you all my basically my team so far. We have Aaron Ramsdale. I'm gonna tell you why I decided to sign some of these players. Aaron Ramsdale. One day I was playing against him. We were playing in a Champions League, and we were playing against Arsenal. He did play for Arsenal. Yes, we were playing against Arsenal, and this guy single-handedly held off Kylian Mbappe, Phil Foden. He held off like my entire team, and he was only 87 rated at the time, and I was like, okay, he's a brick wall. We need Aaron Ramsdale as a backup goalkeeper. So I signed him. Gregor Kobel, same thing. Played against him in the Champions League, was playing against Dortmund. Dortmund. No dogging on Dortmund. I mean, they made it to the finals. But we're playing against Dortmund with the team we have now. And it was incredibly hard. I mean, I had to keep playing a couple of times because they beat us a couple of times. And I was raging because this guy was so good. He might not play as good as he does for Dortmund as he does for our team now. But I mean, he's 92 rated at 31 years old, and I only have 4 stars. I only have one coach for the goalkeeping department. So if you had more coaches to the goalkeeping department, this guy can probably be like 95 rated. I mean, he's insane. All day, he's been here forever. Um, Bastoni, I decided to sign him because it was kind of like a panicky thing. Like the second they got rid of Hurtado, like my old youth academy player, the second he betrayed us, I needed a new player. So I just signed Bastoni. He's doing pretty well. Then there's Kunde, he's been here. Arujo's been here. This is youth academy player. Probably should have trusted him to take over Santi Hurtado's side, but no. Benjamin White, I don't know. In my eFootball mobile account, another game, I I know that Benjamin White is a right back, and I was like, okay, you know what? I think we can do something with this, and we were able to. Probably should have signed Hakimi, but or maybe Hernandez, but he's good. He's good enough. Okay. Then Kimmich, because Kimmich, honestly, let's be honest with you ourselves. Kimmich, he needs to play at Barcelona. There's been instances where they tried to sign him many times. Kimmich is a Barcelona player. Like he's born to play there. If not Bayern Munich, then Barcelona. Nowhere else in the team, nowhere else in the world deserves Kimmich as much as Bayern and Barcelona do. Kamavinga, I don't know. I mean, I felt kind of bad because it was like, okay, he's coming from Real Madrid. I know people are gonna hate him, but I sold a lot of my players to Real Madrid, and I was like, okay, they can do me one favor, give me Kamavinga, and they obliged. So there's that. Guerrera, my youth academy player. Frankie De Jong, he's been here forever. Pedri's been here. Fermin, I just use him as a backup. He's been here. Gavi, he's been here. He's academy player. He's academy player. Kylian Mbappe signed him in the first season to as a striker to replace um, Lewandowski, and he's been doing good ever since. Rafael Leao, I needed him as a backup left wing. Backup, 94 rated, but yes. Phil Foden, there's no doubt about his talent. I felt like, okay, look at that man. Look at how he plays. He plays like Neymar. He is a Barcelona player. For a long time, he was repping the number 10 kit until I gave it to Messi's pregen, because, like, it's only fair. I mean, Messi's pregen, Jesus, he scored a hat trick in the Champions League at 17 years old. And I was like, okay, this kid wants the number 10 kit number. I'll give it to him. Um, Garnacho, honestly, I don't know. I use him as a backup right wing, and I can imagine Garnacho playing for us. There's my youth academy player. Another youth academy player. I think I kind of fumbled him. Yeah. If I were to recall him from loan right now, it probably wouldn't be so good. Holland, obviously. I mean, I really wanted to keep you know, the rivalry between Holland and Mbappe, but oh, it was so tempting. I mean, having Holland and Mbappe play in the same team was so tempting. So I sold Kavar because I used to have Kavar on my team, but I sold him. And I made Mbappe a left wing, and I had to get Holland as a striker. Because having Holland and Mbappe play on the same team, it's nuts. And then there we go. They're both 97 rated. Holland will have more potential because he's 2 years younger than Mbappe. And then we got Marquinhos. He's pretty good. You know, he's on loan at Atletico. Because usually he doesn't get much game time. But then we have Jesus Sons, and he's playing very well, actually. I mean, I just recently signed him, and even though it says he has 29 appearances, I just recently signed him, and he has 11 goals already. That's 5 in the Champions League and 5 in La Liga. He's killing it. And that's my team. Now, if you want to end up like me, then definitely you're going to want to do all the tips that I just showed you because they're actually very effective. Now, I just ran on for about 43 minutes now. Yeah, this is 43 minutes and 30 seconds, and I need a big glass of water. So that is the end of the video. Hopefully somebody finds this useful, and if you do, hit that like button, or don't.